Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. My name is Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is a show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes from some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in real lived experiences.
On today's episode, we are talking books in one of our book talk episodes.
But first, if you've been enjoying the podcast, we would humbly ask that you support us in a few simple ways. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and let us know that you love this show.
We'd also love for you to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Redirect Podcast. And if you really, really love the show, please share our show with a friend. It's so fun building community around books. It's one of both of our goals this year in personal and podcast life. So join us in that journey.
Speaking of Blue Sky, I love it over there. I feel so free to just say stuff because
it is free over there.
So few people follow me that you're like, oh yeah, whatever. So
it's just like shouting into the void. Like,
yeah, it's so fun. So anyways, follow us over there for.
It has been. We were just saying before we started recording, the devil doesn't want us to record this podcast.
I'm literally getting a call.
Okay, answer. This is what I'm talking about. This is the devil. Literally, the devil.
Like what?
Get thee behind me, Satan.
What is so powerful about this episode that we can't record it?
Honestly, it's like the forces of evil are trying to stop us. It's so crazy.
Sorry, I'm crying.
Literally, okay. So the last time we tried to, first of all, 2 episodes ago or whatever.
Yeah. Lost the audio.
Lost the episode. Then we recorded something else. Yeah. And then we did release that though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a month ago.
Then we tried recording this episode, but then your husband had to go to the airport early in the middle of it. So we had to stop. And then we re-released an old episode. And then through a series of horrifying events, including the death of my dog, we just didn't. We were not able to order literally. Okay,
funny. I'm so sorry.
In a week, there was a week we were trying to record this episode. In that week, I had norovirus. I had to euthanize my dog. I got a cold. And then I had to fly to Modesto, California for work.
No.
Do you know what Modesto is?
No.
Exactly. Modesto is like Central California, farmland type beat.
That sounds right. Yeah. Yeah. This has been, and that day we were trying to record was like the 4th day in a series of days of just the most chaotic schedule of my life where I had no time, and that is so unlike me. So that was a experience to say the least.
So yeah, basically what you're about to hear,
we've
the
tried
forces
to
of
do
evil
this.
have been working against, so it's going to be powerful in a way.
Receive that
you're not ready for. You've been alone, right?
What? Can you tell? Yeah, I've been here for 2 weeks now by myself, and I guess it has been 2 weeks. It feels like, I don't know.
When does Eric get back?
He was supposed to come back tomorrow, but he just texted me earlier and said maybe not till Monday, which is so classic. And then it's going to be Monday, and then maybe it'll be next Friday. I don't know. But for some reason, this time I'm going a little more insane than normal. So if it comes through in the recording, you'll know why.
It's like Eric is like a long haul trucker or something. Yeah. I'm on the road. It's crazy. He's an engineer. This is insane.
I know. And it's I expected myself to, I am an independent person. I like my alone time, but it's more just I think if I'd rather him be gone for a long period of time, but it's you get used to your routine when he's here, and then he will be gone for a month, and then he'll be back, and then you get used to your routine again, and then I don't like the disruption to my routine, so that's the part I don't like, and not knowing when he's going to come back. But anyways, I've been really into fan fiction again, as per usual, but I've relapsed in a real way, and
into what?
Reading, writing. Okay.
No, what ship? What are you reading?
You have to ask. You have to ask.
Oh, Wolfstar. You're listening to Wolfstar again.
Yeah. I'm deep into it. I read a fic that I need to talk to you about, but I don't think I can like in good conscience keep in this recording. So I don't know.
Why?
Okay.
Is it too sexual in nature?
I'll just start talking about it. So it's called, I'm going to try to find it. By Mom.
Okay.
And basically to me, this might as well not be fan fiction. Like, it's a work of art, but like, it's so separate from any canon attachment. But in this world, Remus is a Catholic priest and Sirius is like a religiously traumatized former Catholic who has to go back to church for his father's funeral. I was unwell, but also not only was I will talk about this part and definitely leave it in. Not only was I unwell by the like tension that inherently sets up, because you guys know me and I love yearning, and that's like insane celibate priest yearning. So that was great. But literally this fan fiction is the thing. This was definitely about to be a Blue Sky, but it became a Tumblr post instead because I need to be more anonymous by saying this, but here I am on the pod. Like, it made me engage with faith and religion more than anything I've read in a long time.
Wow.
Because what I really liked about it was Remus as a priest, like, he was questioning, like, does he want to stay a priest? But he wasn't really like, his faith was just so compelling to me. And he had, like, all these tattoos of hymns that were, like, extremely moving. And, like, he was just talking about faith and doubt and grief and, like, hell and suicide. It has a little, yeah. I'm really, what I'm trying to say is I've been not only on the fan fiction beat, but on the, like, the religious trauma beat, and I've been trying to find books that will scratch this itch for me, because I don't know, it's just I need to be a little bit hurt right now. And so anyways, I highly recommend this. But there's also, like, this is what I was talking to Emma about, and this is the part I'm going to cut.
Oh my god, dude.
Not okay. Relationship part was also really good, but like I don't know, I was just expecting it to be like, oh, Remus is conflicted, he might abandon his faith. But he was like, no, like, my faith is I have a version of faith that I feel comfortable with. And like, I'm not going to let other people dictate that. And it was just really lovely. So that's what I've been into. Yeah. Please do.
The end.
And follow us on, did you say Instagram? You already said Instagram and Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. You read Deep End?
I haven't read it yet. I read Not in Love.
Oh.
I did order it, though. I want to say that. I did order it because I remembered that I had sent you a book that was coming out about a summer camp, a Christian summer camp, with the pastor's daughter. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But I was like, I started reading some fan fiction on these lines. And I like wanted a real book that I could, like, that would hit the same notes of like some like a little, it doesn't have to be romance, but maybe there's a love story, maybe there's not, but like that, like a little itch of religious trauma. So yeah, I remember the summer camp story, and I went to look at, it's coming out in 2 weeks, I think, or a week from maybe when this releases. And it is called Say a Little Prayer, in case anyone else wants to join me. But it was $12 to pre-order on Bookshop. So
okay.
Shout out to that girl on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard about her. It was talking about paperbacks will be $10 again now that Trump's president. Obviously, she was wrong, but this one in particular. So when I went to order that, I'm like, well, I might as well just order Deep End. So it's it just shipped like this morning, I think. So by our next episode, I'll probably have read it.
I bought my first ebook from Bookshop. I haven't actually read it yet, so I can't comment on the book. But it's for book club. But I will say the catch, like, just something to know if you buy an ebook from Bookshop, is it's not available on your Kindle. You have to read it on your phone via the Bookshop app.
That's the thing. I'm stuck with my Kindle, which is upsetting. You know, like, I feel like
I mean, like reading on your phone can be a vibe.
Yeah.
But I prefer reading on my Kindle.
Definitely.
So that is just something to know about buying ebooks on Bookshop.
Yeah.
Not
and
that
that's
you
Kindle's
shouldn't do
fault. That's
it.
not Bookshop's fault, to be clear. Kindle is probably like doesn't want you to have books from other places. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I haven't read it yet, but I did read Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood.
Okay. I saw on your Blue Sky that you really liked it. I hated it.
You gave it 4 stars.
I did?
Yes. Because I went to check because I'm like, okay, a lot of people don't like this. And so I was like, what did Abigail rate it? 4 stars, Abigail.
Okay. I did not.
Answer for your...
Maybe I felt like that after I finished it, but now in the look back, I think maybe I skewed up because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely like not a rom-com. It's like serious.
Yeah.
And there's like heavy themes.
Yeah.
So like proceed with caution.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you loved it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's my favorite Allie Hazelwood book to date.
Well, you haven't
I have not read Deep End. And
let me tell you something
good things about this.
It is not what I thought it would be.
Okay.
Let me just tell you that.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if I want to tell you more about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to strictly be like a college athletic.
Yeah.
It is not. That is not the main theme of the book.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
But if I tell you what it is, I don't think you'll read it.
I will read it. Don't tell me though. I want to be surprised, I guess.
You'll find out because of like the content warning on the first page.
Okay, fair enough. So if I get past that, well, I bought it. I paid for it, so I feel like I have to,
Yeah, it was good though. I really liked it, but yeah, I was very surprised.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'll report back. But yeah, Not in Love. I loved it. I don't know. I just I like unlikable characters. I'm sorry. And I liked that they were both. I like unlikable characters who know they're unlikable. I don't like unlikable characters who the author seems to think that they have written someone really unique and interesting and you actually hate them. But that's what I liked about these two. And I liked the tension and I liked the I don't know. I liked the plot that it was kind of complicated. Like it all, I don't know. It was just interesting. There was like multiple layers to the conflict and I don't know. I liked it. Mm-hmm. What can I say?
You liked it more than Bride.
I liked it more than Bride.
You loved Bride.
I loved Bride. But I like this one more. I don't know. I loved it. I don't know what to say. I just loved it.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, what else? Okay. This episode I'm so sorry about the way you're going to have to edit it.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have you read recently?
Recently, I have read, I'm going to just stick to the good stuff because I went through a phase, honestly, of reading a lot of mid books.
Oh my God, dude, I DNF'd several books recently.
I probably should have. But, I mean, they were fine. It was just mid tier. But I did read Flirting with Disaster. So we can talk about that. I really liked it.
Did you like it more than Say You'll Be Mine?
I don't know. I liked it, I think, less than I thought I would.
Did I overhype it?
No, I think because this is I literally, for some reason, in my sick psyche, I love a divorce, comeback trope. That is a trope I love.
Okay, let's clue the listeners in really quick because we have not told anyone else what we're talking about. So, The Flirting with Disaster is a book.
You talked about it on our last episode. So.
I did talk about it in depth. Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But okay, if you didn't listen to that one, basically in 10 seconds, it's like a Vegas marriage that kind of dissolved, but it's following the plot of Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah. And the wife is going back to finalize the divorce with her husband because she's trying to move on with life. And they get caught in a hurricane. Yeah. And they have to stay together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it's about. All right, go.
Okay, so the only thing I didn't love, I don't know. I either thought the book needed to have Shake as the conflict, which is the other guy that the protagonist is kind of not dating at the time, but they were talking about getting engaged. I thought either have that as a conflict or have the conflict be why did they get divorced in the first place? But having both of those, to me, it just like felt like neither was fully developed. Like it felt like Shake was not really a real choice. Like he felt pretty written off pretty quickly. Even though I think there's like a compelling case of like that's the life she wanted, that's the plan for her. And then I felt like the question of like, well, why did they get divorced with all the flashbacks? That also didn't feel like fully fleshed out or like it really made a lot of sense in the way it was told. So that was my one critique where I was like, okay, I wish it would have picked one and done it gone really hard after that instead of trying to like kind of balance both of those. But I did really like it. And I liked, I don't know. Also, I'll say Nikhil. Is that how you would pronounce his name? Nikhil?
Nikhil, yeah.
He was like veering into like unrealistically perfect person territory for me, which is sometimes I don't love because I'm like, okay, this is starting like he has to have something wrong with him. Like nobody is like this. But other than that, I mean, I gave it 4.5 stars. I really liked it. It's one of my top books I've read this year, which again, I was in a streak of mid books, so this broke me out. But I think I liked Say You'll Be Mine more.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you think about it?
I liked this one more.
About it. Yeah.
I like this one more, but I think they're both good. Both good options.
Yeah.
Like,
it was really good still. And like I said, I love this trope. So I liked, like, I just liked that. I like the flashbacks. I like the, like, you know, I don't know. It's just nice. It's like, it's an added layer of tension when either like in the pairing when they had dated for a long time and then broke up or this where they were divorced because you know, like how easy it would be because they've already kissed before. Like they've already been married, you know? So then it's like that. Like the line is so thin between like, should I just give in to this feeling that I'm feeling or should I keep trying to go on this path that I've made for myself? So I like that, but
nice.
It was good. Okay. Then I'll do another chill one and then I'll do my favorite book I've read this in a long time. I read this book called When We Were Widows by Annette Chavez Macias.
Okay.
This book follows a grandmother, a mom, and a daughter. And the grandmother's husband was murdered when she was like 30 something or killed. And the mom, her husband died of like a stroke like 3 or 4 years ago. And then the daughter, her husband was just killed in a car accident. And they all kind of have like a strained relationship with each other. And then the mom and the grandma live together in like an apartment and their apartment floods. So they're kind of forced to ask the daughter if they can move in with her. She has like a really big house that she had with her husband, kind of like in the suburbs. It's set in LA. So I got to see your world. But she's kind of like in the suburbs. So they go and move with her and they're like all kind of forced to confront all this stuff that like they all think that like my mom wouldn't understand, my grandma wouldn't understand, my daughter wouldn't understand, but really like the struggles they're going through are very similar. And there's some love stories. It's very chaste, very like PG, or G even. It's very chill, but I really liked it. It was very like, I don't know, it was just really moving and,
no,
I don't know. It was just really nice. Like if you're thinking, I think, okay, so originally this was going to be a book swap about how to fall to love madly. But it's like kind of a similar version of that kind of theme where it's like,
oh, I see,
women and mother-daughter relationships and all of them, they just needed to talk to realize that their struggles were very similar.
We're not quite so different.
Yeah. But
and, like we're not the enemy of each other.
Right. And like them continuing to pretend like everything was perfect was really like causing them to have this distance between them. So I really like this. I would recommend it. It was a very short book too.
That's interesting because I feel like, especially like between mothers and daughters, daughters don't like to imagine the similarities to their mothers in many ways.
Yes.
Like you know, like, yes, sometimes like their best attributes, but mostly you're like, oh, I'm nothing like my mom. When in reality, you are really, really similar to your mom.
Yeah. And this whole book, like, you know, that quote where it's like, I think we talked about this in our original version of this, but the quote that's like, the mother and the father like join to make fun of the daughter and the father join up to make fun of the mother because the daughter thinks like she can escape that same fate, but really like she can't. And that's really what this book reminded me so much of that quote. And it was just, it was really fun. It was a good book.
And gosh, the one thing that really gets me is like this idea that like, especially like from grandmothers to mothers to daughters, that with each successive generation, you're able to like go a step farther than what your mom or your grandmother was able to do and experience. And like the things that they lived and experienced, like in their limitations at times, created the pathway for you to live a more full life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then like thinking about like, I don't know, it really messes me up when I think about like my mom or my grandmother like being my age.
Yeah.
And like thinking of them like in my stage of life, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, that is quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I could see how that would be a good book.
Yeah, it was really good. And also I'll say it's on Kindle Unlimited if you have that. And the Audible audiobook comes with the Kindle Unlimited download. So I was easily able to go back and forth. But it was really good. And it does deal with like grief, obviously, because they're all widows. And so there's like a lot about grief. And I don't know how you might grieve someone differently. Like it's not always just sad. There's also like anger or, you know, lack of closure or like whatever. So it was really sweet. Like, and it was very moving. I've probably said like 5 times, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
Okay. The best book I've read is,
dun, dun, dun.
I also posted about this, but The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter, who I realized wrote the YA series. It's like I Tell You I Love You, but then I Have to Kill You. The like spy. Did you ever read those books?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, I did, and they were really good. And this book, it's like so good. I can't even talk about it. So basically, it's like Maggie is the protagonist, and she is a like crime mystery thriller writer who's recently divorced because she found out her husband was sleeping with her best friend. And so now she has no husband and no best friend. And also her parents are dead. So she has nobody. And her arch nemesis in the publishing world is Ethan. What is his last name? You have to get the full effect. Ethan. Hello. Okay. It doesn't even say his name in this stupid synopsis. Okay. Ethan. It's just Ethan. And he is also a crime in the same genre author, and she calls him like a leather jacket guy because he's like he's wearing his leather jacket in his author photo, and he's like so hot and perfect and like becoming more famous than her, and like, you know, that kind of guy crime writer that you can imagine. And she is approached by her agent, I guess, and or whatever. I don't know what the terminology is, but she's approached and told that her like biggest fan, this mysterious rich person, wants to fly her to their estate for Christmas. And she has nothing else to do because she's divorced and has no friend, and that's normally who she would spend Christmas with. So she agrees to go. And when she gets on the private jet, Ethan is also there. And he's also been asked to fly out because I guess this person loves both of them. So they're forced to spend Christmas together, but it's also a murder mystery. There is like, they get somewhere to this estate. There's like a whole cast of characters, and there's a mystery that they have to work together to solve.
This sounds kind of like similar vibe to Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone.
Yes. Very similar because it's like, it's mystery, but it's very light and like fun. And the banter between these two people had me literally like giggling. Like I had to like, I couldn't read it. Like it was such good banter. So like they both are just little vulnerable little babies who have their trauma. Halfway through, there's a perspective shift that will like rock your world, as that is one of my favorite tropes, like when the author holds something back and then out of nowhere, yes, bam, different POV. It was so sweet. Again, like the tension, the like I don't know, just like their little quick what am I saying, quips. Like Ethan has this thing where he'll just randomly be like, do you want to make out? She's like, no, I hate you. But like, they're just so like delicious and fun. Yeah, it was so sweet.
Is it a Christmas book? I
mean, it is a Christmas book. It takes place at Christmas. But I feel like it's like, you could read this any time of year. Obviously, I'm reading it in February, and it was such a delight. It warmed my cold heart. And also because I feel like we don't recommend a lot of these, it is a closed door romance. So if you don't like want to read something super explicit, this is not that. But it was still very, very good.
Nice.
Highly recommend. I couldn't recommend it more. I don't know. I love this book.
Yay. It's 5 stars?
5 stars. My first 5-star book of the year. So,
OMG.
Very good. Yeah. That's pretty much the only good stuff I've been reading recently that's not on AO3. So, and How to Fall Out of Love Madly. I forget that we haven't officially talked about that, but I really, really liked that book, which you've talked about before, but you know, it was really good.
Wow. I feel you, dude. I feel you on reading mid stuff because I have quit a few books recently.
Yes.
That were not good. I read this. There was this book that I had high hopes for called this. Should I say a book? Do you think I should say the books that I don't like?
I think so. We should be honest. Okay. We've said it before.
Well, this is a conversation that you and I had. So
yeah,
over text. So I saw this book at a bookstore and I put it on hold at Libby, and it's called The Secret Life of Country Gentlemen.
Yes, we did talk about this.
Yeah, and the author's name is like KJ James or something like that. So like ambiguous, androgynous name. And it's like a historical romance, love. Mm-hmm. That's my thing.
Yeah.
And it's boys.
Uh-huh. And they're both
like,
boys.
And they're boys. And like the idea is like one of them is like a new like lord. And then like one of them is a smuggler.
Okay.
And whatever. It was fine. It kind of got a little boring, and I don't know. The sign for me that like I need to quit a book,
right,
is I'm not excited to go back and read.
Yes.
You know, I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to get in bed and read this book. Like that's how I want reading to be.
Yeah.
But
that you're like, I Googled this. What a chore. Yeah.
Yeah. I Googled this author,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, who is this? And it's a straight white lady. And all of her books are male romances. Like all of them. Let's see,
mm-hmm,
KJ.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
KJ Charles is her name.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, KJ.
Sorry.
But I just feel like you put yourself out there in the world in this way.
It's a conversation.
And so it's okay for us to discuss this.
Totally.
I kind of started asking myself, like, hey, like, is it really weird that this straight lady is, like, only writing male romances? Like, only?
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I think it is, like, there's, like, a tokenization and, like, a fetishization,
For sure. For sure.
When, like, and I think I do want to say that I don't think that only like gay men can write male romances.
Sure.
Like Alison Cochrane,
mm-hmm.
who is an author we both really love.
Yes.
Well, first of all, she is queer, but she has written, she's written female books, male books, and maybe even like a genderqueer book. I think
there's a side romance in the one we recently read, the Christmassy one.
Here we
where that one of the characters is non-binary, but I don't know if any of her main characters have been.
I'm thinking like, okay, Casey McQuiston.
Yeah,
they wrote a female book, a male book,
mm-hmm.
and a male non-binary book.
Yeah. So
like I'm not like. And I also think it's okay sometimes for like I think I would be okay reading like a non-queer author writing a queer character if it was well informed and well researched and whatever. But there is something weird about a straight lady, because I was thinking, okay, what if this flipped and it was a straight dude writing all female romances?
Yes. Then people would be more clearly uncomfortable with it.
Immediate ick.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was thinking about another author that like we have talked about on this podcast.
Yeah.
Rachel Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Because we both read in like Time to Shine. Well, we started reading some of her other books, and then it became apparent that all of her books are male hockey romances.
Yeah, I have a weird thing about Rachel Reed too, because I felt like, so this is like more specific than the broader conversation, but I felt like Time to Shine was so good, and each character was like so realized and I didn't feel like it was like fetishy and weird. But when I did read her back catalog, that's her most recent release. When I read some of her back catalog, I was like, I am uncomfortable with this, and I should have DNF'd it, honestly, but I was just trying to get through 25 books in December, so that's on me. But like, I was like, I don't like this, and it didn't feel the same at all. And I do feel like there's a line. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between like in general, not even just talking about queer romances, but like in general when it comes to fully realized characters, but especially when you are writing a character that does not align with your experience, be that your assumed gender, race, sexuality,
anything,
age. Like it's weird to be like, it kind of just feels tokenizy. And so that also kind of put me off to this other book. And
that's fair. Well, also like her using like a frankly very ambiguous pen name is a little more weird too.
I assumed it was written by a man.
You know, as like, you would.
Okay, you purposefully, like, all of your books are historical male romances, and you purposefully used a pen name that is very ambiguous.
Right.
And like, I'm not even trying to be like, look at me sticking up for men right now. Like, ew. I'm just saying like,
no, but I do think this is like a thing too in, sorry, my dad's texting me. Like in the fan fiction world, there like is a very, I love a specific male ship, but like that's also a problem there that I think transcends into like romance, because honestly we got to talk about one day the fan fictionification of romance genre, where like that's, I think, problematic in some ways, but I think it's like that is seeping in, where it's like these ships or like these relationships are really popular because I think a lot of reasons. I think, I don't know, like, I think women like to not be involved in romance because, I think for good reason, like, there's sometimes where it's like, hey, this is great because they're both equals. Nobody's like, there's not weird.
Sure.
Similar, like, I feel the same about reading all kinds of, like, queer romance stories. It's sometimes when you read straight white romance authors, it's like, this sucks, like you guys are just repeating
I can't
the
be
same.
freed from the gender roles that oppress me,
right?
Like,
so that's like a positive part of it, but I do feel like there is definitely like a fetish, I can't say any words today, but like there's a fetishization part of it as well that I think is like, people know that genre is really popular, and so they try to get into it to make money, and it is a little bit weird. Like, I don't know. It's a weird vibe for me when you are a straight lady writing exclusively. Or any type. I don't know. It's just weird.
And
it's
if you are a published author that's making money from writing, like, you, respectfully, like, you can't use the same rules as fan fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like fan fiction, like, while certain things in fan fiction are cringe, ultimately, like, no one's profiting from that.
Yeah, you're doing that out of your own passion, you know. Yeah,
it's just like free speech.
Yeah,
but like, you are making a career and making money off an experience that you have nothing to do with.
Yeah. Well, it's something I've been thinking about too on a broader level of like this, me talking about the religious things I've been reading. Like, I do feel like I can see it happening in like books about religion or books about the South. Those are things I'm very familiar with. Sometimes like you can tell, I don't know, it's like it goes one way or the other, where it's like either this is going to be so beloved and like polished and shiny, or it's going to be like so horrible and this is terrible. And it's like any situation where you're writing about something that you don't know firsthand, like it is going to be more difficult. And I just wonder why you got I really wonder why these people got into this, I don't know. Like how did Rachel Reed stumble her way into this? Probably through fan fiction, honestly, but it's just fascinating.
She probably had a good idea one time. It worked out, and then she was like,
keep cranking these out. Yeah.
I don't know. It just,
yeah.
It doesn't sit right.
Yeah.
In my spirit.
I hear you.
So I did DNF that book.
Fair.
I DNF'd something else, not because I thought it was bad, but because I just wasn't in the headspace to read it. So
for sure.
I will be coming back eventually. This is a book called So Let Them Burn by Camila Cole. It is a fantasy that is like it involves dragons and like bonding with dragons. So it's like kind of related to like if you were trying to scratch that fourth wing itch.
Sure.
Also there is it's like loosely based on like Caribbean lore. Or like not lore, like Caribbean culture and like Jamaican culture and like a little bit of colonization. The two main characters are sisters who are Black. Okay. And they're like extremely powerful and like are protecting their land. I thought it was good. I just was like, I can't read a fantasy right now. Like it just wasn't clicking. But also it's a queer love story.
Yeah.
Is part of the gist because each dragon bonds two riders.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'll be picking that back up.
Sure.
Just put a pause on it for now. But I would recommend someone reading it if that sounds interesting to you. Like I haven't finished it obviously, but from what I read, like it is totally readable.
Speaking of that, did you know that Storygraph has a pause feature now? And I am very appreciative of this. So instead of DNFing, you can mark pause and then it won't count. Like it won't show up in your current reads and it won't count like in terms of like days, it tells you like your average days to finish. It'll like pause it and then you can just go back and it'll, save your place or whatever. So
nice.
I would recommend using that if you're a Storygraph user. And you think I have like 7 books on pause right now because I'm like, I'll go read those
maybe
one day. But yeah, that way you can remember where you were without DNFing and, they're just there whenever you want to go back to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another book I read that I liked that I hadn't had a chance to talk about yet is Frostbite by Nicola Twilley.
Okay.
This I listened to on audio. So Nicola Twilley is one of the world's like leading academics on refrigeration.
Yes.
Okay. So this sounds crazy boring, but it is not. Oh my God. So she talks about and a lot of it is narrative. Like she did a lot of like on the ground research about this. So not only is it like the history of refrigeration, but she describes like our current world's food preservation system, the way that like more developed countries use refrigeration versus like less developed countries, and then like the environmental impacts of if the whole world were on like cold storage like the United States is, we would be so fucked.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of inequity in the way that like we do cold storage, the way our food system works.
Interesting.
Like for instance, one of the interesting tidbits that came out of this was that the reason like refrigeration even like started, like the invention of like refrigerated trucks, for instance, is because like during the Industrial Revolution, factory owners wanted their workers to have more access to meat. And it used to be that like if like let's say there's like a bunch of factories in New York City or whatever, the only cattle, like the only beef that could be consumed by people living there would be cattle that like was in a walkable distance.
Yeah. That makes sense.
From like a nearby farm. So they would just walk the cattle to a market. Then they would slaughter the beef.
Sure.
And then people would buy it that same day. So that's just not tenable for feeding the amount of people.
Maybe we should have actually stuck to that, but
So the reason that they did this is so that they could figure out how to ship beef from Argentina on boats to major American cities to like supply them with beef.
That's fascinating.
Also, it is not a surprise to me that like the reason that this happened was because the owners of factories and corporations wanted to make more money, and they saw this as a way to make more money.
Yeah.
Is like, well, if our workers are stronger, they can do more output.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also there's just like this big dilemma, because you're like, literally, if we give up our food system for all the problems that it has, people would die in mass waves of starvation.
Yeah.
Because our entire society is now built on this food storage situation. And there are acres and acres and miles upon miles of artificial cryosphere. There like are acres and acres of refrigeration that, like in Southern California, for instance, that are storing like produce for years.
Oh, really?
And that's the food we buy in the grocery store.
My God.
It is crazy, and it will really...
That is fascinating.
It will really make you think about ethical food consumption.
Sure.
And about the true benefits to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And the environment of like trying to buy more of your produce and food locally.
Yeah.
Like the benefit of shopping from and buying from farmers markets.
Totally.
Or from like local things. Anyways, it is crazy.
That is fascinating.
And it was so fascinating. Refrigeration has everything to do with the way the American family is run, the way that we have like gender roles and working roles, and it is crazy.
Wow. Okay. You persuaded me.
It was a revelation.
You persuaded me. I actually have to say I haven't gotten far enough to even talk about it yet, but I am reading a nonfiction book right now. I am dipping my toe into the world.
You are?
After a year of zero nonfiction. And I'm reading a short story anthology right now, which is very you, I feel. So
wait,
good influence on
who
me.
is it by? Curtis Sittenfeld?
No. It is. Okay, so I just have to say this. This is my, speaking of the environment and how I'm ruining it by using ChatGPT. So I was like, I am not trying to, well, this was like a week ago. I was not trying to succumb to the fan fiction. I was trying to read actual books because, but I really had like such a specific itch to scratch.
Yeah.
Of, I want to be a little sad. I want some kind of romance plot. Whatever. So I asked ChatGPT, I gave it my full rundown, and it gave me some really good recommendations, which I had read all of them already. So then I was like, okay, please give me more. So it recommended me this book. It's called Love After the End, and it's, I guess, compiled by Joshua Whitehead, and it is an anthology of books by Indigenous authors who either identify as Two-Spirit or queer in some way. And they all are focused on like, not like apocalyptic, but in his foreword, Joshua talks about like Indigenous people, like how do you define an apocalypse? And Indigenous people have already lived through so many things that you could call an apocalypse. And so this book is like, how about we imagine like a positive, futuristic, or like post-apocalyptic, like love stories for Indigenous people. And so that's why it's called Love After the End. Aww. So far it is very, very good, and it's hitting the vibe. But anyways, I really recommend it. It's really great, but I don't read a lot of anthologies, so it's just fun because you can it's a little snack. You just read this little thing and then it's over, and you're like, oh, I kind of want more of that. Like, that was so good, but then you're on to the next thing. So yeah, that's been really enjoyable.
Look at me rubbing off on you.
You are. And ChatGPT, I'm telling you. Yeah. I put like 12 books on hold from ChatGPT suggestion, but unfortunately, none of them were available except this one, which I am reading. And then I relapsed and I'm back on AO3. You know, what can I say? It's been great.
Back to the sweet arms. It'll always be there for you.
Yeah, crawling back to you.
Crawling back to you. Me and ChatGPT. Me and AO3.
Yeah.
Okay. speaking of indigeneity, the last book I want to mention is Gathering Moss by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Robin Wall Kimmerer is the indigenous botanist that wrote To Braiding Sweetgrass, which was one of my favorite books from last year. This is another one of her books that is a little bit more technical, but it's all about mosses because she is like a moss expert.
Okay.
And so you will learn about mosses, but also it's about what mosses teach us about the world and like human beings and also like culture. And it is really beautiful. She's an expert at like narrative nonfiction. It's been very lovely, and I really get a lot out of reading about nature from the indigenous perspective. And so I would highly recommend this book. She also has another book that's like really, really short. I would call it more of like a, what do you call, what's that word? It's like
a novella?
Not a novella, but it's like for nonfiction. Hold on. I need to know this. Oh my God. A monograph.
Oh, okay. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard that word before.
Okay. It's short, but it's called the service berry, and it's about this idea of reciprocity, which is a big theme that Dr. Wall Kimmerer writes about. Abundance and reciprocity in the natural world, and the way that like we give to nature and the nature gives back to us. And it's extremely lovely. Like one of the examples from the Moss book is that was like a really interesting tidbit to learn, is that she was doing all of this research to try and figure out what was the use of moss by indigenous people, because in lots of indigenous cultures, there's this belief that every plant or like every living thing has a gift to give.
Sure. That's nice.
But she couldn't find anything out about moss. And then she eventually learned that the reason it wasn't recorded is because most of this information was recorded by men.
Sure.
And moss was used as diapers.
Oh.
Like in the diapers of babies, and also for menstruation. So, like a lot of men didn't even know or didn't write about it.
Yeah. Why would they?
But because it has like an incredible capacity to retain water.
Sure. That makes
or to
sense.
retain liquid.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's just
very
fantastic. And if you like are remotely interested in that.
Yeah.
It's not, look, that recommendation is not going to be for everyone, but
hey, nothing we recommend on here is for everyone. That's for sure. We've never been trying to please everybody. So,
but I have some good things on my TBR.
Yeah,
I am trying to get out of like a little bit of my fiction slump.
Yeah,
I've been like missing.
Yeah.
So
read The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year if you want to giggle.
Okay. Also, like only a few more weeks until Sunrise and the Reaping comes out.
I was just thinking about that because I was looking at our plan for future episodes, and it is so close. Speaking of pain, like I am ready to be hurt.
Oh my God.
I'm ready to be sad. All last year I was like, I want to read happy books. This year I'm like, no, back to being depressed, you know?
I'm so nervy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough, I feel.
I've been seeing so many depresso Haymitch edits on
That's
TikTok.
Real. Like already, without any content. Like imagine what they're going to do with this. And when there's a movie out,
who do you think the TikTok editors are going to cast as young Haymitch in the edits?
Well, first of all, there is going to be a movie eventually. So,
yeah.
But who should play? So he's got to be under 18.
Like 16. Let's say 16? Let's
say blonde. He's blonde, right? Or are we just doing that because of Woody? Who plays him? Woody Harrelson?
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll use a young Woody Harrelson, like a young.
Let's not do that. Blonde actors under 30. Let's go with that. This is IMDb. These pictures are not helpful to me at all. The most attractive. Also, why was one of them Nara Smith's husband? I don't want him in there.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh my God. Speaking of trad wives. Did you see that Ballerina Farm is pregnant with her 8th baby?
No, that's disturbing to me. I can't engage with that. Who are all these people, by the way? Who are all these people I'm looking at? I don't know any of these blonde male actors. under 20.
I try and stay away from blonde men no matter what the cost, right?
Unless his name is Glenn Powell, I am not interested.
Yeah, like, I don't trust you, and I think that you could be evil.
Let's just search Haymitch, young Haymitch.
Fan
casting. I feel like I've seen someone. Okay, this person has... Let me drop this picture to you and I'll text it to you.
In the chat?
I'm not sure if any of these look compelling to me. And I don't know who any of these people are. So
one thing that I trust, if there's anyone I trust, it's the 19-year-old editors on TikTok.
They will find someone,
I'm not compelled, but whatever.
I just think it needs to be someone who's a good actor.
Someone who has maybe been through some trauma, some childhood trauma.
I need someone.
Well, actually, though, young Haymitch wouldn't have gone through trauma yet.
We don't know that.
Or maybe he would because he grew up in the scene.
I like this Harris Dickinson guy. He was in The Iron Claw, apparently. Who did he play?
Okay, wait.
I need to.
I need to include you into this, and you might cut this from the podcast because it has nothing to do with books. But
another thing to cut.
So sorry.
Yeah, he was good.
But okay, are you a Boy Genius fan at all?
No, not really. I mean,
are you aware of?
I'm in the that's part of the ecosystem I inhabit.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Genius, but I'm not necessarily.
If you want to get into some yearning,
yeah.
So the 3 members of Boy Genius are Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus, and Julian Baker.
Yes, understood.
They have decided that they're no longer going to tour together. They were nominated for a Grammy. They won a Grammy. And now they're all going to focus on their careers. But it's not a sad breakup. It's just whatever.
Okay.
But Julian and Lucy are dating now. Now they are girlfriends.
Okay.
It's really cute.
I didn't know about this.
Lucy Dacus is releasing a new album, and she released a single.
Okay.
And it is called Best Guess.
Okay.
And this song was made in a lab for you. Let me read you one of the lyrics. So basically the song is about I don't know what's the future, but you are my best guess at the future.
Okay.
And one of the lyrics is but you were my hold on. She's like, if I were a gambling man, and I am, you'd be my best bet. And then the bridge, she's like, okay, so here's the church, here's the steeple. You were looking for saints, but you only found people. Ain't that just the way it goes? I watched you fall from grace. You were graceful. After all, it's a small world. You may not be an angel, but you are my girl. You are my pack a day. You are my favorite place. And you were my best friend before you were my best guess at the future. And I just I just feel like you would need to you need to get onto the TikTok where you see really cute edits of them because because she they recently have come out at each other's shows and sung songs to each other, and it's
God.
the most incredible pure love, and I just think that you would like it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I am so in for that. Yes. Say no more.
All right.
Say
okay.
No more.
Well, this was a crazy diversion. This episode was all over the place.
It was really fun though. I'm glad we did this though because I was like, man, I have so many books I want to talk about, and I didn't even I have read, by the way, 21 books this year.
Wow.
Can't
You're
stop.
killing it.
I set my goal to be 100 books, and I'm 7 books ahead. So.
You're killing it.
So anyways, I had so much to talk about, and I was like, when am I going to ever talk about this? But I'm glad we did this book talk episode because, cleanse the palate. Then we'll come back with a real topic in 2 weeks.
You got to squeeze out your sponge so you can...
Yes, I needed it.
Reabsorb.
Yes, I was dying. So thank you. Blessings.
Well, we will be back soon.
Yeah.
What's our next episode?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to look at earlier, but I feel like we kind of got... I don't know. We'll reuse this.
We'll be back with something.
We'll be back with something
and it will
really
be
good.
Really good.
Gonna blow your freaking minds.
Uh-huh.
Probably. All right. We'll see you guys then.
All right. TT, bye.